Inside Michigan basketball, delivered by UPS. Michigan began their Sweet 16 push here in Indianapolis in the Midwest Regional Semifinal against an SEC Tennessee club that really started to feel its groove as it hit the NCAA tournament, having won its first 3 games and being one of those last 4 ins. They were known for their bully ball off the glass and using their strength and length inside to beat up the opponent. Michigan proved that they could play that same style.
Defensively, rep the Big Ten today, right? They got big bodies now. We know that. They really play more? The Southeast Conference really play more physical than the Big Ten? Are you kidding me? No, they don't. No, we show them how we play, and it's just not out there. We show them how we play without fouling, just like you did the other day. We play it hard, aggressive, without fouling. And finally, we embrace this opportunity right now to showcase Michigan basketball, showcase Wolverine excellence.
Michigan started strong, like they have throughout this NCAA tournament. They had their long-range eye dialed in with Karis LeVert, Nick Stauskas, Derek Walton.
Our spacing and passing was really key in that first half. And, on pick and rolls, we had 3 guys on one side of the floor, and they weren't leaving any 3 of those shooters. So, I was leaving a lot of open looks around the rim and some open threes as well.
Michigan would push their lead to 8 when they used their defense that led to a transition slam by Stauskas. But Tennessee made a push of their own, led by junior guard Josh Richardson, who led Tennessee with 13 first-half points. And the Vols actually took a brief 1-point lead. Michigan will kick it into overdrive with their high-octane offense, though, and lead by 11 at the half, thanks to their 61.5% shooting. The Wolverines in that opening half not just shot 61.5% from the floor, but 7 of 9 triples to lead it 45-34. Glenn Robinson stayed aggressive to start the second half, scoring 5 quick points. But the Vols showed their battle-tested mindset, going on an 8-0 run to get within 9. It was spurred by reserve guard Armani Moore. Jordan Morgan stifled that run with a pretty jump hook in the lane. He would finish his 3rd straight game with double digits, 15 points, matching what he did against Texas in the last round. Tennessee stayed close thanks to their leading scorer, Jordan McRae. He scored 16 of his team-high 24 in the second half. Nick Stauskas would push back, though, with a huge 3 out of a timeout. Michigan, though, would watch their double-digit lead disappear, primarily because of turnovers.
Some of them were just lazy passes. They didn't necessarily steal passes, but we just turned it over. They're a longer team, and as we were driving, they got a couple steals and, kind of got in the gaps on us a little bit. So that's unlike us. We don't really turn the ball over too much, and I think we'll be fine moving on. There's nothing to stress about.
It would come down to defense in the end, and the Wolverines' heart and soul, their captain, Jordan Morgan, would stand tall, taking a charge with just seconds remaining.
They went at me for the game. I don't know if that's the best choice, but he likes to play bully ball. I knew that, and I was just prepared.
Is that personal for you?
Oh, yeah. Come on, all week. How are we going to handle the mismatches? And, to me, it looked like they had a mismatch trying to guard us.
Stauskas would nail a free throw, and when Tennessee's midcourt heave went over the backboard, Michigan had advanced to another Elite 8, winning it 73-71.
Put together a great game, right? Don't worry about the last 2 minutes there, right? That stuff happens in games. It just happens. The big thing is we got away with the win, and now we move forward.
Well, they like to play bully ball, but your guys proved that they can be bullies just as much as anybody else, don't you think?
No, we really were strong in there. They had 11 offensive rebounds, and that was it. And if we with our small lineup, if we can hold people to 11, we're going to win games. And because they can put 18 or 22 on you like Texas did. So we just got enough. And, credit the guards that we box out, and sometimes we don't care if we get the rebound. Let the guard go and get the gutter ball, and he got it several times.
With the win over the Volunteers, that set up a Michigan battle with another SEC club, the Kentucky Wildcats, an 8th seed, but playing a lot higher than that. The highlights when we return. CS Mott Children's Hospital, and by Absol Pure Water, the official bottled water of the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan's Elite Eight game would come against Kentucky, a program that has more regular season and NCAA tournament wins than any other program in the history of college basketball. But oftentimes, this young freshman-laden team played as individuals. John Beilein's club got here because of teamwork, and he stressed that before the opening jump.
We're at that point right now of complete ownership. We, Coach Beilein, 100% trust you. You know how to play. You know how to get this thing done. Yeah, we were young. We're not young anymore. That trust, that ownership is over there. Game 29, you know what to do. And this is what, because we have that trust, right, we win today. Without question, we win today because of this trust you have for each other, the whole thing. You trust yourself today now, right? We've been training long and hard, and you know what you're doing. You trust your teammate when he's open. You trust your teammate on defense. You trust he's going to talk. You trust your staff the entire game. Here's what I was just thinking about. As I look around, I see the huge Kentucky crowd, and I see how strong crowd. This is the only place in the country where people are rooting for Kentucky. There's more people rooting for Kentucky than Michigan. This whole country right now is rooting for you guys. I personally love it when people underestimate us and underestimate all you guys, when you were recruited, no matter what you were doing. Let's show them. Let's go.
Michigan coaches told their players it would be war when the ball goes up, so hit or be hit. The Wolverines heeded that advice and punched Kentucky early, with Glenn Robinson and Jordan Morgan scoring at the rim. Stolen by Robinson up the left sideline, right to left. One-on-one with Randall, took it inside, finger rolled it over the front of the rim. 6-2 Michigan, and timeout for John Calipari and the Wildcats. Michigan would lead by 8 after Nick Stauskas drilled a triple from the left side, but Kentucky would bounce back by getting to the rim themselves with Marcus Lee, and then a baseline stuff from Alex Poitras, and the Wildcats got to within 2. Right baseline, Poitras goes around Horford and stuffs it through. The Wolverines wouldn't relent, though, led by Big Ten Player of the Year Nick Stauskas, who accepted every challenge the Wildcats threw his way, attacking the rim at every chance. Finger roll, yes, and one! He would hit 5 of his first 6 shots and lead the way in the first half with 18 first-half points. Michigan led throughout, but hit just 1 field goal over the last 5 minutes of the half, while Kentucky closed on a 15-5 run. And when Julius Randle dropped in a baseline jumper, as time expired, we had our first tie of the night at 37. Kentucky played with an early swagger to start the second, led by SEC Freshman of the Year Randle, who had 6 quick points. But U of M would respond on a 14-6 run, led by Stauskas. Stauskas with a jam on the baseline on a beautiful feed from Horford at the top. Glenn Robinson, Walden to Gallup, bounce pass. Robinson with a jam! Timeout, Kentucky! And John Horford all responding with heavy dunks. And Michigan powered their way back in front, 55-51. Kentucky tried to use their brute strength as a response, but Caris LeVert showed why he is U of M's best on-ball defender with back-to-back blocks. Now to Andrew Harrison, a ball fake. Drives on LeVert, and LeVert stole it from him. Another jump ball, and it'll be Michigan ball this time. How about back-to-back defensive plays by Caris LeVert? Kentucky bounced back on an 11-0 run. Randall was a load, getting buckets inside, and then Aaron Harrison hit his first bucket of the night, a 3. Kentucky would claim their largest lead, 62-55, with 6.5 to go. Andrea Harrison takes it in, floats it off the glass. Tough shot, but he hit it anyway. The Wolverines proved strong. They got back in a groove with Morgan and Robinson inside, and the two teams got back into trading body blows in an epic Midwest regional battle. High right-handed dribble, left side Robinson. Thought about the 3, drives on Randall. Hop step, got him up in the air, off the glass and good. That's what you called for, Terry, and he delivered. The Wolverines were down 5 with 2 minutes left. Glenn Robinson would hit a clutch 3 from the corner, and with under a minute to go, and the Wolverines trailing by 2, they hammered the offensive glass and got a tip-in to tie it from Jordan Morgan. LeVert with a rebound, falling down, Walt eyes to 3. Short, tapped up, and tapped in! Tied at 72! That set the stage for the heroics of Aaron Harrison, who took dead aim at an NBA-length 3 for the game winner. Harrison, step back 3, looks good, and it is good! With 2.3 seconds left, Nick Stauskas heaved a midcourt prayer that went unanswered, and Kentucky wins it 75-72 to win one for the ages and head to the Final Four.
So my hope for our coaching staff is he learned a lot more than basketball this year. You know, there were some things, some dynamics on this team that made us champions, without question. And you fought and you fought and you fought the whole season to be in this place. When everything, you were still afterthought today. They probably would have called this an upset. So that's my only, I hope. When our coaches are asked, is that our goal to be Final Four coaches? No. Our goal is to help you guys get out of Michigan with an education and a better sense of what it takes to be successful in life. And we just did that this year. You're gonna, you'll go back some year and you'll look at this and you'll know how, you'll think about how this happened and try to teach it to your kids, to your teams, to your subordinates, everybody that you work with. We thank you all, and it was incredible. And our senior, you fought your ass off all year long, right? When everybody had you counted out, you just fought like crazy, and that's why we were champions.
You live and you learn, so I'm proud of this group. You know, we really grew together as a team. I thought we fought and did everything we could to get ourselves back in that position to win the game.
You know, it was kind of similar to the championship game we had against Louisville last year, where it was just back and forth, and you know, both teams made some great runs throughout the game, and you know, unfortunately for us, they came out on top. But I think we can't be upset with the effort we gave, because we fought all the way through.
Welcome back. Second consecutive season that Michigan gets bounced from the NCAA tournament in an epic battle. Last year it was Louisville in the national championship game. This year against Kentucky in Indianapolis in the Midwest Regional. Tough to swallow, but the head coach John Beilein understands just how fortunate he's been. What emotion in your locker room? Can you just talk about the love this team has shared with one another and the closeness that you've been around all season?
Yeah, it was really unique, and we've been, you know, last year's team was close. We've had, and when Zach and Stu were here, we were really close. It's tough to equate them and see what we have, and that was the message to the team. You know, as coaches, this is what you dream about. You get to coach a team like this, where you love going to practice every day. Maintenance is minimal, and you just get to coach, and everybody's on the same page. And so it was really great, and that was a little bit of the message. You know, you're going to be fathers, you're going to be husbands, you're going to be leaders. Remember what you learned this year. It was really special.
How do you do it? You get so close with your players, so close with your staff, and you have to say goodbye to some of them. How do you do that and keep your emotions in check?
No, there was a moment there with Jordan Morgan that I'll remember. You see, he and I we've battled a little bit over 5 years, and just to try to get him to this point where he just plays and he's focused and doesn't worry about anything else but being a good basketball player and a good teammate. He arrived there this year, and so that was that's really, and I'm sure he's going to remember some of the things that we did that he probably didn't like. But I'm hoping he's going to remember he's come out of here such a great example of what we want our players at Michigan basketball to value, and go out into the future with everything in your favor, because you've experienced what we have in this program.
Your teams have kind of spoiled us the last 2 years. You've been knocked out of the NCAA tournament, have been two of the more epic battles that we've witnessed in a long, long time, and I don't care what program you're following.
Yeah, that was a good basketball game. That's one of the things that I said. I might have even said it when I was even in the job interview process here with Bill Martin or at other things. I said, what do you envision? And when do you think this program have turned around? And I said, when you have a team where you lose a close game, and all your alums and everybody is saying to you, and I assume they are, say, man, that was a great basketball game. Even when you lose, when people like the team when you lose, that means you're in the right direction, and we've been heading that way. Last year's championship game, this was a typical example of that. Coach Calipari's got a great team. He's a wonderful coach, but so do we. We have a great team, and I'm really pleased that I'm not pleased we lost, but I'm pleased with the 28 wins and the Big Ten championship. Huge.
Final Coffee with the Coach presented by Tim Hortons. This week's question from Pete in Ann Arbor. How involved can the staff be in the players' off-season training and skill development?
Well, there's limitations to it. We have to pick months in the summer. There's 8 weeks in the summer that we can train them 2 hours a week. It's much better than it used to, where we used to have hands off. So we'll have a couple weeks here where we can do spring things, but we'll have an active 8 weeks, and this is the year that we can go to Europe. So we'll have another 10 days of practice that we can improve, and you know, we have some young kids coming in that now can go to Europe, so it'll be a good time for us.
As always, it's been an honor. Thanks for the ride.
And now the honor's been mine. That's been great show, and it's great work with all you guys, and we're just going to keep this thing going.
And welcome back. Nobody in the history of the Michigan basketball program has played more games than Jordan Morgan, and no one has a higher field goal percentage than the Michigan co-captain. When he first came here from the University of Detroit out of high school, he had some maturing to do. He did just that and leaves as a changed man. Our Alamo Steel Ironman of the Week, Jordan Morgan, our co-captain and a guy who gave us heart and soul throughout this NCAA tournament. It's been an emotional run for sure. There's a lot of ups and downs in players' careers. You and John Beilein had your battles over the last 5 seasons, but in the end, an embrace there. What has he meant to you? Because I know you've meant an awful lot to him.
Man, I mean, first off, he gave me this opportunity. He believed in me when probably a lot of people didn't. And, I mean, through all those ups and downs that we've had, you know, he's helped me to, you know, shape me into a man, you know. And I've learned so much going through everything I've gone through here. And I'll forever be thankful for the time I spent here.
All these guys have talked about the leadership that you have shown all season long in the last couple of years, really, and what they've learned from you. What have you taught them, do you think?
You know, I think the best part about leadership is you get to learn. And I've learned so much about myself and about these guys and what leadership really means. Just I learned more from them than they could ever learn from me. So
they look for a definition of a Michigan man. You are that definition. Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
Inside Michigan Basketball, delivered by UPS. Let UPS put the power of logistics to work for you. Pivots one way, fadeaway jumper, good. Robinson stuffs it through.
Walton, how about that? One.
Behind the back dribble, now fires for 3. They broom the Spartans 79-70 here at Chrysler Center.
Robinson on the baseline.
Albrecht for Levert. Levert alley-oop.
And hail the Michigan champions outright of the Big Ten for the first time in 28 years.
Levert tries to jams it down. Left baseline, gorgeous.
Stauskas from the top. Finds Morgan to the basket. Stauskas, ball fake. That's a 3. His drive right there is terrific, and then he settles in for a nice 3. The lob and slam. Special delivery from Stauskas.
That'll do it for this edition and the season of Inside Michigan Basketball. Thanks for joining us all season long. We hope you can be back with us next season as the Wolverines hope to write another chapter in Michigan basketball history. Until then, have a great offseason, everybody, and go blue.